What's up, YouTube? Slender Revolution X here, coming with you guys a video today. A bit of a discussion. It's fueled by the release of the Battle Pack 2 spoilers, but it's been a pressing matter in my head for a good long while now. So I just wanted to bring a little light to that, and I'm titling the video "Thanks for the Reprints." A kind of a shout out to Konami for giving us reprints that, in my opinion, are way past their time. And I understand that Konami is a business, but from a business aspect, why would you not want to give us reprints when they're a relevant card, just to sell more product because people want to get these things? So, diving into it, I'm going to go over a couple cards, read off to you guys why I think they're completely irrelevant now, and why I think it's ridiculous that we get the reprints when we did. First couple cards I want to talk about to you guys. TG Hyper Librarian. This card is still used in a couple like Quasar decks, Lavals, all that stuff. But my beef with that is it's not what it used to be. The synchros are not what they used to be. That card was a staple in any synchro deck. I mean, the ability to draw one on your or your opponent's turn when a synchro monster was made made that card very dominant. And the fact that we just recently got the reprint, I probably want to say like 6 or 7 months ago, is ridiculous. Nah, it's probably longer than that. But regardless, the card is irrelevant as a reprint now, because if you didn't have it then, you're not going to have it now, kind of deal. Like, it's not a pressing card now. Another one I was talking about was Steel Swarm Roach. Steel Swarm Roach hasn't really seen any prevalent play since Hieratics were on the top tables. Because you can't stop, like, Inherit Summon summonings by an effect, so it's not relevant against, dragons or things like that. And with the amount of Exceeds monsters being used, you're not going to get it off on those, it's just going to get ran over. So, it was very prevalent back when the Synchro era was, like when you used TG Hyper Librarian, things like that. Because you could negate those summons, and that was a very useful tool in a deck when, that was the big thing. Synchro summoning was the big thing to do. Another card I wanted to talk about was Dark Smog. We got Dark Smog, I think, in the Abyss Rising promo. And to be honest, that was way after Dark Worlds has seen its prime. I'm not saying Dark Worlds is still a bad deck, but using Dark Smog in Dark Worlds was great when you were up against Inzectors and things like that, and cards that in decks that seriously dealt with the graveyard. Granted, you might see little Inzectors and stuff rogue out right now, but back in the day when that was one of the top decks, I mean, it was awesome to be able to discard, gain the advantage off the discard, and remove their Hornet. But nowadays, you're not seeing really anything. But more into the most recent stuff. A lot of the stuff, like I said, from Battle Pack and the new Wave tin coming out, you got Abyss Megalo and Card D, and then in the tins, they're reprinting BLS and Catastrophe. I'm going to dive into the Battle Pack stuff. The Abyss Megalo, and Mermails has seen not nearly as good of play as before Dragon's Prophecy. So you figure, if they had released this prior to Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, this card would have, this set would have sold incredibly well. Because that card was up to $120. Now, granted, it might have dipped the price in the Megalo singles. Like, if people were buying singles off eBay, that card was at like $120. But then again, Konami doesn't make any profit off that card. So, for them to be able to put that out there, they would have sold more of their product because people were trying to get the Megalos just to be able to be competitive and build that deck. And I think the same thing goes with Card D. Not saying Card D is a bad card, but it's way too slow for this format. And you really aren't seeing any play of Heretics, which was where that card was really, really prevalent. So now we're getting this reprint, these two reprints in decks that, aren't really seeing a lot of play. And then I'm going to go into the tins with BLS and Catastor. Both of those are amazing cards. Both of those had seen some serious heyday. Like, Catastor is still a staple in a lot of decks. And BLS is BLS. Like, that card's been great for 10, 15 years now. However long it's been out, that card's been awesome. So I'm not saying that they're bad, but you don't see Dragon Chaos much anymore. And Catastrophe, you don't see a lot of Synchro Summoning anymore, so it's hard to justify why those cards are reprinted when they're very rarely going to get used. Now, I don't understand why they can't just give us these reprints when these decks are relevant. Because to me, it would make more sense because it would make more money for them. But then again, I'm not a business guy. I'm not like into all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to get my opinion out to you guys and how I feel about these cards. So please, guys, thank you for watching. This is ridiculous in my opinion. Like, the fact that they do this year in and year out, it blows my mind. But you guys play the game. You guys know what it's all about. Just as much as I do. It's to make money. I mean, I don't understand why they do this, but it's frustrating nonetheless. Because when you buy these special editions, these tins and stuff, and you get these cards in it that are no longer relevant. I mean, look at Tour Guide. When they got that Tour Guide tin, that card was like completely irrelevant. And that card was like a freaking $130 card, $160 card, and you need 3 of them. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thanks for watching. Please click an ad if you guys haven't. That would be awesome for me. Subscribe to join the revolution today, and I will see you guys next time. All right, take it easy. High five.